And well, we got a lot to talk about today, right? This is kind of a first for BBS. They set to release a mid-month banner with Halloween Toshiro and Usumomo has now officially been postponed. We have no idea when this banner is next going to be available, but Caleb in this particular news post has broken down exactly what the issue is, and to no one's surprise, it's based around Toshiro's SA3. So for those that aren't aware on the issue, right, essentially Toshiro is a ranged character with the Trap SA3. Now utility attacks like this, debuffs, boost attacks, heals, any attack that has like an extra utility to it, for the better half of like 7 years now since that introduction, has always been classed as melee attacks. So as a ranged character getting this attack, an attack that's classed as a melee attack is really awkward. For normal content, you don't even notice it, but the second you take that character into Guild Quest content, Senkimon content, and I guess even Extreme Carp, any type of quest that has resistance to a certain type of range, right, either ranged or melee characters, then you notice the problem with these characters is that attack in particular is going to be doing 1 damage, and we can actually see that with this particular Toshiro. We saw it coming, right? He is a ranged character designed for a ranged guild quest, has a melee SA3, it is doing no damage, it makes no sense, and it kind of ruins the character. We complained about it over the last weekend, and Caleb have now responded. And I will say it's kind of awkward timing on Caleb's behalf too. For those that don't know, Caleb don't work on the weekends, and the banner itself got announced on Friday and then releases on Monday, so Caleb didn't really have any extra time to tell us in advance, and that's why the second we logged in today to potentially summon on this banner, the banner's not here. It's been postponed. And again, it comes down to his SA3 being classed as a melee attack despite him being ranged, and in Guild Quest content, you don't want to release a new character designed for Guild Quest where one of their attacks are doing literally no damage. This again, as already mentioned, has been a problem in the game for a few years now, but in my opinion, only really became a massive problem due to this Toshiro's release, and that's why they responded to it. Prior to that, characters that had a barrier or boost or any type of debuff attack usually are melee characters, or they're a ranged NAD character. If you are a ranged SP character with a heal SA3, heal SA2, debuff SA2, for example, the most recently released Baragon, I think is the most recent example, you know, the character itself is already like kind of mid anyway, right? So no one really cares. Toshiro though is a new character, a good character at that, and having this massive oversight on that SA3 just absolutely ruined him, and like why would you summon for him if his SA3 isn't supposed to be working? But as you can see, as mentioned here, they do address the issue that Toshiro from the new recent banner is not functioning as intended, and in order to investigate and correct the issue, we are postponing the release of the summons and will announce the revised date for the summons as soon as it has been confirmed. Alongside that, the point event itself has also been postponed, and with that, the characters Momo and Toshiro, who are supposed to be bonus characters in the Kisuke Epic Raid, they have now been removed from the Epic Raid bonus list and will be re-added when they do officially release again. So one thing I will say, I'm glad they actually did address it, so now we know for certain that Toshiro is actually going to be good. He's going to come out and work as we hoped he would. SA3 doing damage, applying the freeze, and then you combo that into his SA2. It's going to be a really cool combo. And Toshiro, you know, I might have to summon for him. I'm not going to lie. I might have to throw 3 steps his way because he is now being fixed. Beforehand, I don't think I was even going to summon on the banner. But now that the character does have a damage strong attack 3, I might have to throw a few multis their way, right? Just to try and go for him, because he is actually pretty good. And I was kind of excited for him, considering that he is a mid-month character with a really good set of strong attacks, right? It was really cool to see an SA3 and SA2 combination that they put on him, and it set up for some interesting gameplay in Guild Quest content. So it really did suck to see that his SA3 wasn't working, it wasn't doing damage. It's even more awkward too because they showed it on their YouTube channel. They also now officially removed that video as well. So this is something that they really should have saw coming. I mean, did they not test out the character? Clearly not. So it's a bit embarrassing on Keller's behalf, I will say, but I'm glad they are fixing it. Now the question is that we have to wait and see. Are they fixing it just for Toshiro, or are they going to fix it for every upcoming character or every past character with a barrier, debuff, boost, SA2, trap SA3, for example? The likelihood here is that they're only going to fix it for Toshiro. He's the one that is the problem right now, but I would like to see them go back and fix it for past characters. Again, the list of characters that are also affected by this are very small, maybe like less than 5 characters. Most of those characters are kind of bad anyway. It would be cool for them to fix it. At the same time, going forward, if we ever do get another ranged character with a barrier, debuff, boost, again, utility, SA2, SA3, I do hope we don't have this problem again, and is therefore classed as a range attack. I will say though, it's very awkward that the current event section literally literally only has these two things here. There's, again, no point event, so if you want to spend your tickets, I advise going to Epic Raids. You know, the Kisuke raid just returned. Go to IZ, IT, for example. Or maybe use this time to start farming out your monthly Chronicle quests. As it is the second half of the month, the fragment drop rate is currently doubled right now, so it's a good time to always farm Chronicle quests near the second half of the month. Right now, even more so, since there isn't really much to spend your soul tickets on. Besides, you know, the usual co-op stuff, right? But in addition to that, and we're going to talk about this later today when we do find out the changes, they are also adjusting the guild quest rewards. As we do know, when guild quests got updated with the very hard difficulty, a lot of great changes came with the new guild quest update, but at the same time, one massive drawback that was seen was the rewards. If you weren't in an active A or S League guilds, the rewards for guild quests technically got worse. And that sucked for the large majority of the player base, you know, losing orb income. We complained about it. It was actually one of the biggest complaints that I've seen over the last 2 or so weeks. Was very disappointed to see Calab not even address it until now. And I still feel like while it's cool they're addressing it and the changes are happening later today, it would have been really cool and appreciated if Calab did at least acknowledge the complaints around a week ago. Because again, until this morning, we were kind of left in the dark. I really thought Calab wasn't even going to change anything. But what you can see here is that score rewards, and that's the most important part, right? Previously, when it came to the guild quest orbs, you got it based on how you performed in guild quests. There wasn't really much importance when it comes to the weekly guild rankings. So the score rewards were the things that need to be fixed up upon, right? And as they say here, we'll be adjusting the target score, so hopefully lowering the requirement to get a certain set of rewards. We'll be adding spirit orbs and also increasing the amount of some rewards. Again, whether this is a good or a bad thing, we have yet to see. It's definitely a good thing that increasing it, but how good is it going to be? Well, again, we'll find out in a couple hours time, right? I think doubling the current rewards would be good. You know, if this orb count isn't enough or isn't as similar as what it was before the update, then of course, continue complaining, right? Hopefully there's something Caleb can fix with this particular adjustment, but knowing Caleb, it might take a few adjustments, right? Other than that too, the treasure boxes, which I guess is the weekly rewards, in some leagues, the amount of tickets will be increased, which isn't really anything super crazy, but I guess it's cool. Looking forward to see how much orbs we can potentially get, because this affects everyone. Those that are in A League, S, C, or even B League. Everyone should hopefully see an orb income increase with this particular adjustment. How much though? Again, we're going to find out in a few hours time. So yeah, today all the news that we did get was kind of funny to wake up to. Just 2 examples of Caleb owning up to the mistake here, trying to make it better. Again, Toshiro is an easy fix. The orb issue in guild quests is also an easy fix, but are Caleb going to go down the easy route? Are they going to increase their orbs to make it as good or as better as it was before the update? Again, we'll find out in a few hours time. Glad to see Toshiro is getting fixed though. Again, he was a character that I kind of wanted to pull for, but with an SA3 not doing any damage, I wasn't really going to go any more than 2 steps, if at all. When he does officially re-release, I definitely might think about putting on his banner. Not go too deep, again, just do the discounts, test my luck, see how it does go. Because now that his SA3 it should be classed as a melee attack, it overall does make him a significantly better character. And I'm glad they are addressing that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video though. See you guys next time. Take care and peace.